Students, we have reached the second part of this chapter, that is capacitance now. Okay, we'll start with electrical capacitance of a conductor. Okay, what do you mean by electrical capacitance of a conductor? Electrical capacitance of a conductor is measure of its ability to hold the charge. Capacitance is nothing but the capacity of that conductor to hold the charge. Capacitance, in simple words, ability to hold charge. Okay, so capacitance itself says the capacity. Okay, instead of ability you can also use the word capacity. Okay, it is similar as like you are eating something. Okay, what will be your capacitance? The capacity of eating. Okay, you can eat up to certain limit. The amount of which food you can eat is your capacity of eating. Okay, similarly the ability or the capacity to hold the charge is capacitance of that conductor. Okay, now suppose let us take there is a conductor over here. What we'll do, we'll provide it some charge. Okay, we'll provide it charge, so it will assume the it will acquire the charges. Now the more the charges you give, what will happen? The more will be its potential. Okay, as the number of charges increases, the potential also increases, as we have studied in potential of system of 2 charges and 3 charges. As the number of charges increases, the potential also increases, which says that as the Q increases, potential increases. So Q is directly proportional to V. Now let us say Q is equals to CV. Okay, where C is constant. Okay, constant of proportionality. Okay, where C is constant of proportionality. So you can write C is equals to Q upon V. Okay, here C is nothing but the capacitance. Okay, is the capacitance of that system or that conductor. Okay, so you can also write capacitance is equals to Q charge upon V potential. Okay, so hence the capacitance can be defined as charge required to increase the potential. Okay, to increase the potential, you can say by unit amount also. Okay, by unit amount. Okay, so the total amount of charge required to increase the potential by 1 unit is known as your capacitance. Okay, now very important things, on what factors does this depend? Factors on which capacitance depends. Let me tell one thing very clear, it will be very surprising. Capacitance does not depend on Q and V. Capacitance does not depend on Q and V. It is independent of charge and independent of potential. Okay, we'll discuss this later on. Okay, I'll give the proof also, but right now we'll talk about what are the factors that affect the thing. First point is size and shape of capacitor or conductor, you can say. Okay, the more the shape, the more it can accumulate. The more fat a person is, the more he can eat. So simply capacitance depends on the size and shape of the object. Okay, second is nature of medium, or you can say permeability. Okay, so that is epsilon naught which we are writing. So it depends on the medium in which it is kept. Okay, I hope this much is very clear. And it also depends on presence of neighboring, any neighboring system. Okay, neighboring system. If it is kept in any system, then if there are neighboring system, like there is an additional thing on which there is also a potential, then the capacitance will change. If the potential changes, the capacitance will also change. So presence of any neighboring system will also affect the capacitance of the system. I hope this much is very clear to you. I'll repeat very shortly. What is capacitance? Suppose there is a charge, there is a conductor, we start giving it charge. As we keep on increasing the charge, on this conductor, what will happen? The charge will reside only on the surface, and as we increase giving the charge, the potential also increases. As we have already studied that for system of charge, for one charge the potential was 0, for second charge it was Q1 Q2 by R, and as so on. If we increase the number of charges, the potential also increased. Okay, so Q is directly proportional to V. Okay, and the constant of proportionality is C, and that is our capacitance. Okay, so capacitance is Q upon V. I hope this much is very clear to you. We'll talk in detail about it in next part. Students, now we'll talk about the unit of capacitance. Okay, what will be the unit of capacitance? SI unit is farad. That is in the honor of the scientist Michael Faraday. You might have heard the name of Michael Faraday in your lower classes also. Okay, so in his memory, the SI unit is given farad. Okay, but what is 1 farad? We'll talk about it. Capacitance is 1 farad if addition of 1 coulomb charge to any substance increases the potential by 1 volt. Okay, we know the formula V is equals to Q by V. Okay, now if 1 coulomb of charge is given, that will increase the potential by 1 volt, then it will be known as 1 farad. Okay, it will be known as 1 farad. Okay, but this 1 farad is a very big quantity. So generally in use, same as coulomb, in practical use, what we use? We use 1 millifarad, 1 microfarad, and 1 picofarad. Okay, millifarad will be equals to 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 6, and 10 raised to minus 12. You can add farad to it. Okay, I hope this much is very clear to you. Then we'll move ahead with the dimension of capacitance. Okay, dimensions of capacitance. Okay, now 1 farad will be equals to coulomb upon potential will be equal to volt. Okay, now we can write potential in the form of joule per coulomb. Okay, if anyone doesn't know, then we know potential is equals to work done per charge. So for work done it will be joule and it will be charge. So I can write this over here. So it will be equals to coulomb square per joule. I hope this is very clear to you. Now I can write coulomb as ampere second also. Okay, I can write this in this form. I am writing this in this form because I want to find the dimension of this capacitance. Okay, so now to find the dimension of capacitance, I'll write for ampere it will be A square, and second it's T square. Okay, now what is the thing of joule? Joule can also be written in form of Newton meter. Okay, A square upon Newton meter. Okay, I can write it in this form also. So what will be the thing of Newton? It will be M L T minus 2 L. So ultimately where it will what will be the answer? It will be M minus 1 L minus 2 T raised to 4 and A square. This is the dimensions of capacitance. I hope this much part is very clear to you. If you don't understand anything, you can ask me anytime. Okay, thank you. Next topic is capacitance of an isolated spherical capacitor. Here you can see there is a spherical capacitor. Now what we do on the capacitor, we'll provide it with charges. Okay, we'll provide it with uniform charge Q. Okay, so we are providing it with uniform charge Q. Okay, the radius of the sphere will be equal to R. So what will be the capacitance that will be generated on this surface? First of all, you should know this will become an equipotential surface. I hope this you are remembering. This surface will become an equipotential surface, and the capacitance will be equals to what it will be? Tell me fast. Potential will be equal to K Q by R. I hope everyone remembers it. Okay. So now according to the formula of capacitance, it is Q by V, which will be equals to Q upon K Q by R. We can cancel out this Q, so it will be R by K. Okay. So capacitance is equals to R by K. You know the value of K also. Value of K is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So from here what we can say? I had already told you that capacitance is not dependent on charge or potential. Okay. From here we can make it out. It only depends on the size, that is the radius. If radius increases, capacitance will also increase. And second is the medium. Okay. From here you can directly know that it is not dependent on any charge. It is dependent only on the size and the medium in which it is kept. Okay. Now suppose we want to find the radius. What we can write? For 1 farad capacitance we want to find the radius. Then we can write KC. I can write it in this manner. Okay. I will take another page to show you. R will be equal to KC. Okay. What will be the value of K? It will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay. Into C. Okay. We know the value of this, 9 into 10 raised to 9. Okay. Into 1. Okay. So let us take this radius. Suppose this is for space. Okay. So the value of radius will be very high. It will be 10 into 10 raised to 9 meter, which will be almost equal to 9 into 10 raised to 6 kilometers. So to accumulate 1 farad capacitance, okay, to accumulate 1 farad capacitance, the radius should be equal to 9 into 10 raised to 6 kilometers. Okay, this is almost 1500 times the radius of Earth. This is almost 1500 times the radius of Earth. Radius of Earth. Okay. So from this what we can understand, we can get the feeling that 1 farad capacitance is of very high range and it is practically of no use. So generally what we use is 1 millifarad, 1 microfarad or 1 picofarad that we have talked about in the previous lecture. Okay. So I hope this is very clear to you. Thanks a lot. We'll again come with another, we'll now talk about the parallel plate capacitor in the next lectures.